Hi, welcome to Activity 3.1. In Activity 2, you were acquainted to a broad spectrum of possible science activities that can be included as part of the four-stage approach. Today, we're going to tease apart one of those lessons. Our lesson for this activity is a Stage 1 lesson using states of matter as a science topic. At the end of this video, you will grasp the strategy behind creating a blended lesson. Real learner examples will help you understand how these lessons translate to learning experiences for students. Before we take our big dive, let's revisit the merits of the blended teaching approach. The typical conventional approach to digital literacy is to simply list the rules and have them practice it again and again. This approach strips the learner from understanding how these practices actually apply in reality. The fun approach to digital skilling has been by using fun games and setting a few goals. Obviously, this is very exciting for learners. In the blended approach, we take the fun approach a little further and contextualize it to the science classroom. This way, we build both science skills and ICT skills in parallel. In the next few minutes, you'll see how this blending actually works. The first lesson for the Stage 1 learner is about mouse operation. While many of us have been doing it for quite some time now, it can be quite a lot for the first-time learner. There's left click, right click, double click. You've got to track the cursor on the screen, but actually move your fingers at a place that's nowhere near the cursor. Add to that, learners will need to identify various parts of the computer and turn it on and shut it down. The mouse isn't particularly difficult. It just takes some time getting used to. So why not use the time to also learn some science? Here's how that can be done. We're now going to talk about the two-step approach to creating a blended lesson. Just like the four-stage approach to leveling digital skills, the two-step approach will help you create a lesson. The first step is to choose an ICT skill-specific activity. For ICT Stage 1, choose a task that requires your student to use the mouse. This could be a simple drawing activity. The second step is to choose a science-specific goal. So if you're asking your students to draw something, make it related to a science topic you've taught. For example, if you've just finished a lesson on the three states of matter, you can ask students to think of any natural scene around them that has solids and liquids and gas. As learners attempt to create the drawing, they will need to practice mouse operations. And as they spend that time getting comfortable with the mouse, they will also be reinforcing their understanding of a science topic. It really is that simple. To get the most out of this lesson, here are a few helpful suggestions. Choose a simple drawing application full of fun icons and easily accessible menu items. You may need to give a brief orientation, but often learners will quickly discover more uses than you might have thought. And of course, don't forget the Stage 1 management skills. As for the science activity, you might want learners to do the drawing as you teach them about the states of matter. It could also be done before you teach them as a pre-assessment or after you've completed the lesson as a post-assessment. That is really up to you. But we would really suggest that the drawing activity is something challenging rather than asking them to simply draw what they see in their immediate surroundings. You needn't restrict yourself to just a drawing or painting activity. With as simple an operation as mouse, there is quite a lot to do. You'll find that the internet offers a lot of simple games. We've even highlighted some resources that offer science-specific games different from drawing and painting, but still require use of the mouse. If you're keen on the drawing idea, here are some ideas for a few more science topics to get you thinking. We're now going to take a look at 3 mini drawings created by learners on the states of matter activity. Take a close look at them. Here's what learner 1 did. Don't worry, we're going to show this to you again in the next step of this activity where you will be evaluating them. And here is what learner 2 did. And finally, here's a mini project by learner 3. And that's it. Even if your students have never worked with computers before, you can introduce them to operating the mouse and build a very engaging science come digital activity for them. In the next part of this activity, you're going to take another look at each of the mini projects you've just seen and describe ways to grade and evaluate them. As always, thank you for watching this video.